Talk to us about the magazine, Torben.
We made a magazine. We made a magazine called Common Measure Volume 1, and this is a print-only magazine that we have just finished making. I just picked up the copies at the end of last week, and here they are. It is an 84-page magazine of writing and visual art. There's everything from poems to prose fiction and nonfiction. There's like an essay, or maybe even more than one essay. And there's painting and photography and some print making, I believe, as well. So it's like...
We've got it all.
We've got it all. All sorts are represented in Common Measure Volume 1. And I'm super grateful to the contributors and to the people who helped me produce it. One of whom was Eleanor. What did you do for Common Measure Volume 1?
I proofread Common Measure Volume 1.
Cool. That's very true.
I was the proofreader for Common Measure Volume 1. It was delightful. It was an amazing process. This is my first time acting as only proofreader.
Right.
You've
had better jobs before.
I have experience. I have experience being an editor on a different literary magazine that I worked on first year.
Mm-hmm.
That was also an amazing experience and an incredible amount of responsibility.
Right.
It was a hard learning curve, which I'm grateful for because it equipped me to do this job well.
Mm-hmm. And when you were doing this job, did you find anything you liked in the magazine?
I love most things in the magazine.
Okay.
That's what made the job so easy.
Okay.
I think that's like sometimes when you are an editor, there's a lot that you have to go through in the slush pile that's really difficult to get through.
Right, it's like not the right fit for the magazine.
Yeah.
Got it. So, one thing that really stuck out to me when I was making it is just like the insane, sorry, I shouldn't say that word, the wild quality of the contributions that we received. Like, I didn't really expect this to go as well as it did. I expected people to sort of say no, or just not be very interested, or to perhaps just ghost me after they'd said yes. That was kind of what I expected, but what ended up happening is that pretty much almost everyone I asked, and people whom I did not even have the courage to ask, ended up contributing something to this magazine, and like that was extremely special to me, and I'm very appreciative of all of those people, especially because it took me so long to finish making the magazine. And so they had, not only did they trust me with their work, but they had ample opportunity to withdraw it, and they did not. So a second thanks for that.
Because this process started when?
Tell me, when did it start, do you think?
You said February 2023?
I think so, yeah. So,
okay.
16 months ago or something like that?
A very long time ago.
A long time ago, yeah, 18
Before
months.
we met.
Before Eleanor and I even knew each other.
This was conceived.
Yeah. So yeah, it took me since February 2023 till now to make this, and one of the reasons that it finally actually did get done is that my how did he want me to say his name in the book? The gentleman who did the cover design and layout, Tom Moss, my cousin and a very good friend, really kept me on track. On track. He didn't keep me on a timeline, but he did keep me interested in this project. It did, go through the production went through a couple lulls, and Tom was like always there to kind of keep me interested in the project and working on it, which eventually led to its publication. So it wouldn't have gotten done without Tom. Big shout out to him. Obviously, his handle will be linked all over my socials. So a big shout out to him, and a big shout out to the contributors who trusted me, with their work and for so long with their work. This magazine is really like of superior quality. And that was both surprising and wonderful for me that it turned out like that. This magazine is for sale. It's only in print. It's not online, and you can buy a copy by DMing me, and I will sell it to you for $25 plus shipping. I am not going to make any money on this magazine. I hope that I come close to breaking even, but even that's a little bit unlikely. So please understand that the price of the magazine comes from a place of just putting really high quality work into this art object. That's where the $25 comes from. I promise you, it's not at all an overcharge. So thanks for those of you who are able to pay that. And if you need a discount and really want it, let's talk. You can buy it by DMing me, like I said, but you can also probably in the future buy it online. I'm working on getting a website up. That's sort of the sales pitch. You know, a really high quality magazine took us a long time to make. But was there anything else that you wanted to say about it, sort of like aesthetically or anything? I feel like all this sales stuff is a little uninteresting.
I mean, it looks gorgeous. I think that not only are the contents of very high quality, but also the production is like it's got like a nice weight.
Yeah, it does.
And it bends a little. Like it's got like everything that I would want to have.
Heft.
It's got some heft. Yeah, exactly. Like genuinely, the production quality is great.
Yeah, and we have a local printer to thank for that. Color Code Printing. Shout out Color Code Printing on Sororan Avenue. I went down to their studio, I think like sometime last summer, so like properly a year ago. And they showed me some paper, they showed me some cover options and some interior page options, and
here we are.
And here we are. This is the thing that they printed for us. And again, you know, the what do you call this? The word mark, common measure, the image on the cover, the font, everything has been designed and arranged and selected by Tom Moss, the cover design and layout artist. Like between Tom and Color Code, this turned into something super cool, super elegant, something that, you know, would look really good on your coffee table.
It would.
It would look really good on your coffee table. I know that I'll have a copy on mine. And we're going to also have a launch party for this magazine. Isn't that the case?
This is the case.
Okay.
To be announced.
TBA.
TBA.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes. TBD. I wasn't sure if
we can get our letters right.
TBD or TBA, but yeah, to be announced. Do we have a ballpark?
Yeah, upcoming this fall.
This fall?
Yeah.
September? Yeah. There's a Friday the 13th in September.
There's a Friday the 13th in September that we want to claim.
Yeah, we'll see if we can make it make sense in that time frame, but either way, you know, watch this space and other online spaces for the announcement about the launch party. I really hope you'll come. I really hope that we still have copies left to sell once we get there, so you can get a copy live. Maybe I'll set a few aside to sell only at the event.
It's going to be a fun party.
It should be a fun party, yeah. We're going for party vibes over, like, you know, performance vibes. It's going to be like a social thing. You know, I think that one thing we've seen a lot of in the last year in Toronto is people sort of like trying to create social spaces, and I think that you and I would both love for Common Measure to do something like that as well. So, you know, that's sort of the spirit in which we're ideating this launch party, a place for people who were in the magazine, aware of the magazine, and who have never heard of the magazine to kind of come together and celebrate all the really incredible and talented and trusting people who were foolish enough to let me print their work in a magazine. So TBA, TBD, but I hope you'll come to the launch party as well.
Perfect.
And I hope you'll buy a copy of the magazine if you are at all able to do so, DM me and I'll sell you a copy. So take care for now, and follow our stuff on social. Oh, the last plug is there's a Substack.
Yeah.
There's a Substack, which is kind of the hub for Common Measure. There's a lot of great original stuff on there too, some from the contributors to this magazine and other people as well. So you can subscribe to the Substack at commonmeasure.substack.com. That's the freest and
most accessible, probably.
most accessible, least onerous
Yes.
way to engage with Common Measure if you're not ready to
Put money on it.
yeah. if you need a sample first, your samples are available gratis at commonmeasure.substack.com. So thank you, Eleanor.
Of course. Thank you, Torben.
Ciao.